It's the new year! Well, it's been the new year for like the last 9 videos I've done, so let's finally ring in the new year by talking about my most anticipated movies of 2018. Like every list, I have honorable mentions because not all of the movies that I want to see made it on this list, and that doesn't mean I'm not excited for them. So here are my honorable mentions. The Nun, A Quiet Place, Rio, which is directed by Luca Guadagnino. It is not Rio, the blue sky garbage. It's not that, I promise. Newsflash, and The New Mutants. Those are my honorable mentions. I'm really excited for those movies, and I hate that they didn't make it in my top 10, but there are 10 more that I'm more excited for. Sorry. Coming in at number 10 is Halloween. This movie is going to be written by Danny McBride and David Gordon Green, who is known for Pineapple Express and Vice Principals. And I'm not a big Halloween fan. I don't even think I've fully seen the first one. But it's a horror series from Blumhouse, no less, now. And of course I'm looking forward to that. Are you kidding? Like, I love when comedy people do horror. It's going to be bonkers. It's going to be bonkers. It's going to be bananas. It's going to be awesome. I think this movie is going to be one of the best horror movies all year. And I'm really looking forward to it. Coming in at number 9 is Ant-Man and the Wasp. I think it's this low because I haven't seen the trailer yet. I loved Ant-Man. I loved Ant-Man in Civil War as Giant Man, and I'm excited to see Giant Man more. And Michelle Pfeiffer as Janet Van Dyne. It's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to this movie. And I love every Marvel movie that comes out pretty much, so why wouldn't I be excited for this movie? And a spoiler alert, Aquaman is not on this list. DC hater. I don't hate DC, I'm actually looking forward to Aquaman. It just didn't make my honorable mentions or my top 10, sorry. Coming in at number 8 is Ready Player One. I read the book for this movie. A lot of backlash online for the movie so far from the trailer. I don't understand. I think the movie is going to be solid, if not great. I love all the pop culture icons in this movie. And I think Steven Spielberg is going to do an awesome job and sort of bring this book to life, I hope. And, yeah. Ready Player One. Coming in at number 7 is First Man. Now, every year I try to put some indies on here that maybe you've never heard of, and I already had a bunch in my honorable mentions. But this movie, in particular, is directed by Damien Chazelle, who did La La Land and Whiplash, and it stars Ryan Gosling, who starred in La La Land. Now, I don't think this movie's going to be a musical, but it's about Neil Armstrong, and that's all I know about it, but I'm hype, and I want to see it, and I think it's going to get all the Oscars next year, and I'm very excited. Coming in at number 6 is Venom. I'm curious about this movie. I'm kind of nervous, I won't lie, but I think this movie is going to be hopefully solid. It's using motion capture to capture Venom, and I think that's really cool, and I'm looking forward to see how that looks on screen. The cast is unreal. There's such talented people in this movie, and I'm very much looking forward to it. Coming in at number 5 is The Incredibles 2. I'm hype for this movie. I love the first Incredibles movie. It was one of my childhood favorites for sure, and I'm really excited to see what's next for this family, and I want to know what happens because we had 3 Cars movies before we had a second Incredibles movie. It's been 14 years. 14 years. Let that sink in. Now we have it. It's coming out in June. And I'm hype. Coming in at number 4 is Black Panther. I think this is my earliest release. We only have about a month left, and I cannot wait. I think this movie is going to do killer business. Chadwick Boseman's the best as Black Panther. Michael B. Jordan as the villain in this movie is going to be awesome. Ryan Coogler directing and I think writing. I love Black Panther and Civil War, and I can't wait to see what's next, and I want to know. I want to see how he factors into Avengers later on that year, and I cannot wait for Black Panther because it's so close now, and I can just taste it. Coming in at number 3 is Solo: A Star Wars Story. I'm kind of nervous about this one. I don't know how it's going to turn out. Phil Lord and Chris Miller were obviously kicked off, and Ron Howard was hired to replace, and I think Ron Howard has an unfair hurdle ahead of him, and I don't think this movie is being built up to succeed. I don't. Of course I'm looking forward to it because it's Star Wars, and I'm a Star Wars bitch, and I love Star Wars, everything with Star Wars, and I'll see it no matter what, but just kind of scared for how this movie is going to perform, but of course I'm excited for it. Coming in at number 2 is Deadpool 2. Now, when I originally wrote this, I had Solo above Deadpool, but I don't know, Deadpool just was so good, the first movie, and the second movie will probably follow the same. And sure, it's disappointing to think we may not get another R-rated movie after this from Deadpool because of the Disney deal, but I still cannot wait, and I think this movie is going to be another great one for R-rated comic book movies, and I'm excited. Coming in at number 1, it's obviously Avengers Infinity War. I feel like with no competition this year, this movie is just going to do massive business, and it's going to kill Solo. I actually think this movie might really be the highest grossing movie of the year and one of the highest grossing movies of all time. You're teaming up everybody from the Marvel Cinematic Universe in this movie and putting them into one movie, and I think it looks incredible. From the trailer, from the premise, from the endgame scenario that we have ahead of us, I am so excited for Avengers Infinity War. So that's my list for the top 10 most anticipated movies of 2018. What are your lists? Comment down below and let me know. What are some lists that I didn't... What did I not even include in this honorable mention or top 10? I know I missed Mission Impossible 6. I missed Aquaman. I missed Tomb Raider. I missed a bunch of stuff, and I'm sorry about that. I'm very much excited for those movies. Don't get me wrong. I just wanted to sort of be truthful and tell you guys what I'm actually excited for. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.